Hello, leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that provides tips and techniques to help you navigate the leadership challenges you face every day. I'm your host, Paul Grau Jr. from the CLC Team, and we work primarily with military leaders to help them be the absolute best leader they can be. Our primary goal here is to help you lead from your very best self. Because let's face it, everyone deserves a great leader. So let's jump right into today's topic.
Hey, yesterday we talked about motivation and momentum and how when momentum kicks in, it can really get your team in a steady motion of wins with little effort from leadership. Today, I want to revisit the old playground merry-go-round and give you another scenario. Did you ever have one person or maybe a group of people who just wanted to kill your momentum when you were on this merry-go-round? I mean, they were the ones who either drug their feet to slow it down, or maybe just refused to give you a push if they were standing on the side. Regardless of what they did, they just killed your momentum. They gave your momentum a serious drag. Well, believe it or not, leaders can have this same impact on their teams if they aren't careful. Yesterday, we mentioned how celebrating the little wins can have a big impact on your team's morale and momentum, and not celebrating can slow momentum down. Today, I want to talk about a few other momentum killers, and they are unrealistic expectations or goals, to include not having clear expectations or goals, lack of resources, specifically not having enough resources to complete their jobs, lack of support, as in lack of leadership support, guidance, and feedback, insufficient manpower, to include being low-staffed or having inadequately trained team members. And these are just to name a few of the more common momentum killers. Now, you can add anything to this list that includes any action or inaction from you that slows down your team in any way possible. It could include useless meetings that you may have, micromanaging, poor management in general, lack of delegating tasks and responsibilities when you should be, maybe conflict, poor communication within your team, personality clashes, and man, I can go on and on for a long time, but I think you get the point. The bottom line is many times we, the leaders in our organization, are the biggest culprits of slowing down or putting a serious drag on the momentum in our companies. In lieu of all this, today's challenge is to observe your actions throughout the day and keep track of all the things that you believe are slowing down any kind of momentum within your team. Then at the end of the day, I want you to type all these things up and come up with a game plan for each one on how you can change these from momentum busters to momentum starters or momentum builders. Now keep in mind that you don't have to change everything at once, and I would highly recommend that you only begin changing one thing at a time. Changing too much at once may just put your team into some kind of shock. Change one thing at a time and monitor any progress that you see. Another great idea here is to ask your team members what is holding them back from doing more. Ask them specifically what you can do to help them. Now, before I end today, I just want to repeat some of the things I mentioned earlier as possible momentum killers. And here's just a general list. Unrealistic expectations or goals, lack of resources, lack of support from leadership, insufficient manpower, useless meetings, micromanaging, poor management, lack of delegating, conflict, poor communication, and personality clashes. And all these are just to get you thinking.
Hey, as always, thank you for listening. So we have some big things going on here with our online membership group for leaders. It's actually growing, and we're adding a new group specifically for military leaders. Now, we're still working out all the details and bonuses that will be included. But for now, please help us spread the word. This group will be a place where military leaders can learn new skills, refine older skills, and have deep discussions with like-minded leaders who actually get exactly where other military leaders are coming from. We're going to tap into everyone's expertise, and the group members will help bring out the very best in each other. So keep tuned in, and please be sure to let any military leader that you know about this group, and that will be up and running very, very soon. This is going to be different than any other leadership development group out there. So be ready and man, get excited. Hey, that's it for today. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.